Right, very good afternoon to you. Yet another used video by Martin, that's me, at the Ham Radio store in Staines. Lots of kit that's come in. We put out several emails and indeed on our Facebook weekly, something for the weekend, that we were looking for used equipment. You all responded and we've got lots of it to show you. So without further ado, let's start. I think the most interesting one that I bought, I actually did a deal with this gentleman, an 8000 from Apache Labs. That's a real flagship SDR base station. Unlike other manufacturers, it's got its own power supply built in, high power amplifier. It's absolutely mint. It really is mint. We supplied it to him new, massive saving, $22.50. And that's literally, I think, 3-4 days ago I bought that. So good condition. If you're looking at one of those, they're £4,000. So you save yourself a lot of money from new, on new. We just bought another one of those in yesterday. Tony did that, FP30. You may remember my last video. I was talking about this. If you've got an FT897 and you wanted the internal power supply, this just bolts up underneath. There's an 897 there, yet another one we bought in. And this literally, that bottom plate comes off and that sits in there. So don't make these anymore, like they don't the 897. A rare piece of kit, £125 for that. CG3000. The chap bought this and never did use it, so it's come back in. It hasn't been used. If you're looking at save yourself 50, 70 quid, whatever it is off list, £199 on that. And you've still got the 3 months parts and labour warranty, of course. Another edition, the NRD 545, a DSP receiver by the Japan Radio Corporation or Company. These were very, very expensive new. They also used to make a nice matching transceiver for it. There was 150 watts that we sold lots. They don't make these anymore, but this is in really great condition, as you can see. It did have the matching speaker, but somebody stole that from us yesterday. No, they actually did buy it. £995, a couple hundred kilohertz to 30 megs. FT450Ds, we usually always have these in. If you're looking at getting back into the hobby, this is a great 100 watt HF and 6 meter transceiver, or indeed if you're looking for an additional radio for the shack. Very compact. I mean, £469, that is such a lot of radio for really not a lot of money at all. In the 80s, I was selling 2 and 70 centimetre handhelds for £500. To think that you can buy a modern piece of kit from Yaesu, used and not that old either, for that price is mad. And it's the D one, so it's the later one. TS2000s, still very popular, still going from Kenwood. 276 and all of HF, £799. Again, a huge saving on list price. Condition, they're heavy these, as they packed an awful lot. Again, I think you'll agree, that's in really, really tidy nick. I don't know what this was traded in for, but again, the customers obviously looked after it. Do remember that all our kit, oops, lost my microphone there. All our kit does go through the workshop before sale, so it is tested. So when you buy a piece of kit from me, you know you're not going to have a problem, and certainly if you did, we're going to look after you, which is why we're still here after 28 years. What else have we got? Just behind you, TS990, TS990S, Kenwood's flagship radio, 200 watts, power supply built-in tuner, HF and 6 of course. I wouldn't say it's absolutely is brand new, but I think you'll find as my cameraman Henry is going over it, it's been very well looked after. I don't know if you can pick that up, Henry. There's a very, very minor mark there, but remember we've got lights on it, so it does highlight things. Also, where the customer had the speaker, unfortunately Kenwood countersunk the screws on the radio but didn't on the speaker, so when you slide the speaker back you get that. There's a little mark there, which is very easily, I'd just touch that in if that was mine, and there's a bit there, and that's literally from those screws. However, it's £4,000, so if you're thinking of a new one for the sake of a couple of marks, I would definitely consider that. Other used piece of equipment, the good old FT857. Again, this customer who had this, he's obviously never used it in the car, and it begs the question why he bought it and left that on the front, because he has. That's never ever been taken off. You can always tell if people are taking them off because they're very difficult to get back on like that, and this is he's got a particular technique. £549. How old is that one? Let's see if I can work it out from the serial number. 2016, so that really isn't very old at all, is it? BHI speakers, if you want a good DSP noise reduction speaker, then my mate Graham at BHI has been making these for years. We had a customer had a complete clear out, and yes, we really have got 3 of them. He sold me all 3. £49 each, that's just about half price. Very simple to use. Plug that into your 3.5mm socket, and you wouldn't believe the difference when this has been processed by Graham's design. He's a very, very clever guy, and we love BHI kit. Even more so, it's built in the UK, which has got to be good. Other second hand, I bought these in a couple of weeks ago, I think, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago maybe. SX400 and SX200. These aren't the copies that all the Chinese manufacturers are doing now, because Diamond got it so right. These are proper genuine Diamond meters. The SX400, as you can see, is 140 to 525, so 270 sems. Got an input there to light the bulb up on the display. 49 quid, so less than half price. Ditto the SX200, I think these came in together, I vaguely remember. 1.8 to 200 megs and 200 watts maximum through power. That again is £49. A few marks on it, but generally they're sitting on a rig anyway, so you don't see them. And they're both boxed, by the way. Both of these are boxed, and I think they've got a book, and they've also got the DC lead. Again, a couple of little marks there. TS480s, used one there. Still a current model from Kenwood, a sort of a competitor to the 857. I like this because it's got a nice large front panel. You've got this separate, it's got the tray, which is what you get as part of the kit when you buy it. So that's how you use it. This obviously comes off, and you can have extension leads to mount this up in the car, but generally people use these at home. It's a nice piece of kit, again been looked after. 100 watts on HF. This is the one with the tuner, so it's called the AT. They do a 200 watt version without a tuner, but these are far more popular. £699. Again, another 857 there. We've got a sorry, the 857 is £549 for that, both of those. This is equally as in good condition, but not quite as good as that. So if you do look on our web, I think you'll see both listed. The Flex 6500, I think I mentioned this last week, and the price has just dropped off as I've tapped it. £24.99. Still one of the best SDR performers you can buy, and probably a competitor to the Anan that I showed you later. £2,500. That's a hell of a lot of SDR base to purchase. Other second-hand, there are lots. I think really you've got to go to the web and have a look. I'm still looking for used equipment, so if you have got some part exchange, then please ring us. Of course, we're going to offer you a good price against either another used product or new. Similarly, if you've got something that you're not using and think, I'm bored with that, I just want to turn it into cash, go to our website, hamradio.co.uk/trade-in, or ring us or email me, and we will give you a price on the phone or email you straight back. We can usually, if you've got the original box, collect it and get it back here. It's got to be reasonably modern, but even the older stuff, the old 101ZDs and things like that, good old kit, we'll still buy it. Generally we trade it out because we find difficulties in warranting it, of course. And in my haste to finish the video, I did actually forget this whole line here. IC7410, I think I mentioned that a few weeks ago. A nice HF base station, 100 watts and 6 meters from Icon. And only the other day we bought in an IC7600. This has been superseded by the IC7610. I think again we had another one in the last video. This was only bought in on Monday, so 4 days ago. A great performer and £1,500. HF&6 with a nice big colour screen. And this Saturday we've got an IC756 Pro 3 coming in, which is indeed the predecessor to the 7600. So if you're looking for a 756 Pro 3, you'll probably see that pop up on the web on Saturday, and then it will be into the workshop Monday for release following week. Matching speakers, the SP41, the IC SP41 from Icom, dual input. This is used, again, absolutely like new. I think we bought 2 of these in. Oh yeah, and they're both here. £125, so a big saving from you, and they're boxed as new. The customer bought a 7851 and had 2 of these, and in fact I think that's his 7610 that we have there. So if you're looking for a really nice Icon speaker, and it's heavy, I don't think this thing's full of fresh air, which a lot of the speakers are. This really is substantially well manufactured. Lastly, of course, the 1000MP Mark V. Wow, did I sell a lot of these to CDXC members many years ago in the late 90s. 200 watts, HF base, proper dual receive, separate dual receive, matching power supply. They really are sought out after these. We don't get very many in. £999, again with 3 months parts of labour. That's it. I'll catch you next time. Bye.